to pour a stamp patio. The customer made it a little bit tricky for us because he wants to have a stone border, a stone pattern, seamless pattern up on this part of the patio, and then a infield of Centennial plank. So in order to separate this, we're going to pour it all in one pour, but then we're going to have to separate the two different stamp patterns in the wet concrete. So before the concrete comes, we laid out where everything is going to go. There's a nail that we put on the outside of the form, not the top. And you don't want to just put a mark because you lose it after you screed your concrete. So we got a mark here and a mark on the other side. We'll snap a string line in the wet concrete to define our separation. And then this is the skin that we're going to use. It's a light quarry stone for the border. And then we'll use the larger mats for the larger area over here. Another light quarry stone. The main part of the patio is going to be the Centennial plank. There's multiple stamps of multiple lengths, but this is it's a wood grain texture, not too aggressive. And as we move over here, this is a screed rail here, guys. You can do a wet screed, or you can put a board in, and it gives you something to strike up against. Then what we have over here, this is a new stamp, Tree of Life. And the customer wants this kind of centered on his steps right over here. And in order to do that, we also put some nails in the formwork so that we can pull a string line to find out the center. And then we drew a center mark in the stamp so that when we're pouring, we can line it up correctly. So basically, that stake is how far in we want to go. And then we'll be able to line these lines up on the string line that we pull across here later. And then the job continues around here to the cellar. So we got a little sidewalk here leading into the basement. Right now we're just kind of checking the viscosity or the slump of the mud right now. It's a little thicker than we want. We're going to add 5 gallons of water and see where we're at. right, we just laid down the first half of the patio. We still have to float it off and bull float and hand float the concrete, but it's all screeded off. We're going to put a little bit more mud up in here and then pull our rail and level out the rest of it. He wants it so when he pulls this, it doesn't slump off the other side.
Hey guys, first truck's done, it's placed, it's looking really good so far. Second truck's in the front of the house, ready to drop in, so we're going to be very seamless. Temperature's cooperating, this should go off without a hitch. Thanks.
Now this half of the patio, we started dumping out some concrete. We realized we need to add a little bit extra water because you have to pay attention to where the sun is hitting the patio. That side is shaded, this side's getting a lot of sun right now. So when you stamp, you don't want to have one area where you can't stamp and the other part's hardening up on you. So we're going to add a little bit extra water. We spread out this other concrete that was a little bit more dry so we get the wet stuff on top. And we're ready to lay out the second half. We just unloaded the second truck. We still have to bull float this side, and we got to get on there and hand float it. Just give it any kind of marks that the bull float will leave in there. We like to get on there with knee boards or sliders and kind of hand float it out. And we're going to edge the sides and cut our joints in for the border. And you guys will see that live in a minute.